This one is called Fiverr. Fiverr. Okay. You're looking down at the tracks and see it, the edge curling up, no one else near you. This is the 149th Street station, and you've been counting the blobs of dried chewing gum on the oil-stained ties, ignoring the clusters of fellow riders around you, and they are doing the same. Now starting to turn slowly in an updraft, drops between two ties. An express train on the downtown track behind you blasts the air in front of it. The train clatters by and does not stop, sending dust and gum wrappers skimming along the cement surface of the platform, around the gumball machine, past the posters showing Calvin Klein underwear, the models making sexy moves with impassive faces. Their faces are not like those of the people around you, mostly African American or Hispanic. 3 Chinese hold newspapers scored with columns of print that look like smashed spiders. The few whites are checking their watches, glancing sideways for the uptown train. No one but you is watching it unfurl a bit, turn, settle down. 25 seconds would do it. Crouch down as you were tying your shoe. Hit the ties between the 2 rails, stoop once to snatch it, then turn to the platform, this time both feet on the near rail for the extra inches, palms on the cement edge. Thrust up both arms, swing your left leg over, and you're back here, standing up, brushing off your hands. It's in your right pocket. But then look, it's only a 5, and you're a graduate student, headed for a night class in statistics at Fordham Uptown. Rose Hill, they call it, where there are no roses, just cyclone fences and security booths at the gates, orange arc lights at night. A jump makes no sense, even if you know you can hear the Uptown local in the tunnel 40 seconds before it comes through. Still, a 5's a 5. And you were 22, at your peak as a jumper. Take 10 years away, and you'd have trouble climbing back up. Add 10, and you wouldn't. Too shameful. An older you, in a Brooks Brothers suit, carrying a leather briefcase, jumps off the platform, climbs back up to wave a fiver? With dirt on your pants? It could go viral. So it has to be now, this second. You look around, hear no noises from the tunnel. You hit the ties neatly, 1 foot on each of 2. Up close it looks bigger. A breeze makes it creep inside the pit between the ties. But you snatch it and stuff it into your pocket. Turn to check the tunnel and see a string of green lights in there. But no movement. Relax. You look up at the platform. The ledge is at eye level. It's a challenge, but doable. You glance below it and see him, a man, resting on his side, under the platform. He's in a space about 10 feet long, 4 deep, shaped in a low arch supporting the platform. You see more 10-foot arches in both directions under the platform, so you know he had choices. You didn't have to take the one at your feet. He's looking at you. You step toward him, your fingertips still resting on the smooth concrete of the platform. You look back at the tunnel. The green lights are flickering. Something in there. Time to move. You step under the arch, press against the wall. Room for you both. But you have to duck lower beneath the end of the arch, almost on hands and knees, or crouch in the center, or lie down. The Uptown local comes in, 1,000 steel knives jammed against a spinning wet zone, a blizzard of paper hit bits, dust, the wheel housing dripping oil, the steel rails moving up and down as the wheel trucks roll over them. The wheels stop. You hear the doors open. Your former fellow riders boarding over your head, doors slamming, a whine from the motor unit, and then wheels edge past you, gathering speed. The paper storm returns, and it's gone. You look at the tracks, and then at the reclining man. He wears a dark blue cap, pulled down to his eyebrows. He's lying on sheets of cardboard, a blanket over him, cans of food at his feet, which are encased in jogging shoes with yellow soles. Not much wear. He looks you over. Maybe you lost this. It was blowing away. You hand it to him, and he folds it and places it inside his left shoe. You from the services? No, headed uptown is all. Saw it on the tracks. This my place. Pete say I stay here, no mind. He and the crew. Good. Myself, I'm just headed uptown. Some schooling. Looking old for schooling. 5's not much. You got some more? Doubt it. Let's see. You take out your wallet. You have a 10, 3 ones, and a nearly expired Metro Pass. You need the 10 to grab a snack in Penn Station after class. You spread out the 3 ones, line them up next to his knee. You want to send a message? A friend? The services, maybe. No services, man. Don't need no damn body, is all. Crew, watch out for me. You are checking the arch over your head, which is made of poured concrete. The wall in back is brick, each one laid by hand, the bricklayer knowing no one would ever see the flourish of his trowel as he nicked the wet cement off the edge of a brick. Still, they are laid neatly, and from the grouting between the bricks grow chemical encrustations, mustard yellow, that crumble to the touch, which you find you are doing, running your index finger along the bricks. Your knees are aching, so you sit down, edging your rump onto a piece of his cardboard. You stretch out your feet. The next Uptown Express will be in another 20 minutes. It is quiet. You can hear voices from the platform above. New riders are coming down the stairs. You feel that their steps shuffle around the Calvin Klein posters, edge past the gumball machine. He is looking at you. Don't need no services. No problem. Where do you get water? Don't drink no water. You got beer in that? He's eyeing your backpack, which is rubbing against the bricks, picking up yellow streaks. No, books is all. Night class. Bet you take good notes. You're looking smart to me. Write down all they say. Maybe they say you get some beer. Write it on down. Beer? Maybe some soup. He has 2 soup cans, unopened. The empties line up away from his head toward the tracks. His left eye has a white cast, a quarter moon shape. Don't mind no soup, go read your books, white folks. Stay in school, that's what they say. All be good then. Wish I'd done it. The uptown is coming. You step out from under the arch, put your hands on the platform edge, and jump. Only 5 people see you come up from the tracks, and they look away from your dirty knees, the yellow splotches on your backpack. The train comes tearing out of the tunnel, shrieks to a halt, the doors fly open, and you step in. In a few stops, the train is out of the ground and on the elevated section. You get off at Fordham Road, walk down the street toward another class in Statistics 431, linear models. On the sidewalk in front of the Irish bars, you see faces of men your age from Cork and Dublin. Floaters, no green cars, working on the slide. Plumbing, carpentry, drywall. They hang around the bar smoking, eyes scanning for contacts. They will never go back. The open doors give off the smell of meat cooking. Inside the windows, you can see slabs of corned beef in steamer trays. At Fordham, you pass through the security gate and head for your class. The professor scrawls math problems on the board, and you notice the back of his head is bald. You take notes on correlated residuals, trace plots, comparison of mean vectors. Between the problems, you start writing down the names of different beers. First, the Irish beers, listed in the pubs you passed earlier. Harp, and that black gold Guinness Stout. You recall some German ones lying on their sides in the window of a Greek restaurant on Fordham Road. Lowenbrau, Polly Girl, Dinkel Acker. Then you write down all the Belgian ones you can remember stacked on a shelf in a deli next to the Shamrock Pub. Boom Creek with its musk of cherries. The Dynamite Abbey beers, Westmalle, Triple, and Orval. The sudden death of Mort Subite from Brussels. That's only one shelf. They've got German ones too. They have Engelhart, Diebels Out, Bitburger, Aventinus. You find you have quite a list going. When the class finishes, you walk to the station, past the Irish bars, where the men still standing outside have drywall dust under their fingernails, their cutting tool in a pocket, blade pushed back into the hilt. You buy 2 bottles of Beck's Dark at that deli. Now you have $3 and several quarters in your pocket, plus the train ticket to Freeport from Penn Station, folded behind your graduate school library card. You put the 2 Beck's Dark in your backpack, push through the turnstile for the downtown express. When the train drops into the tunnel, you move towards the door. At the 149th Street station, you get out, maybe 2 others with you. 6 people or so are on the platform, standing together as if they know each other, but they don't. It is after 10 o'clock. You walk to the edge and jump down. He isn't there, but his cardboard bed is. You check the arches on each side, but he isn't there either. You sit down on the cardboard next to the empty soup cans. Plan A was to leave both bottles, but you have a small Swiss Army knife, so you open one of the Beck's Dark. You find that the aftertaste has a pleasant sting, but the bottle could use a little chilling. You think about how much longer you can take these night classes, the traveling from Long Island, being a graduate student maybe, to please someone else, some interviewer in the future, faceless, perhaps frowning slightly, as she looks down to jot some notes while you are still speaking. You know you are alive and in good health, but have already used up 22 summers, and all you have to show for it at the moment is a notebook full of statistical models and a list of imported beers. Another downtown train comes in, stops, then drags noise and dust into the dark tunnel. Plan B was to leave the second bottle on the cardboard. You open that one too. The cardboard is warm. You recall a few more labels from that deli's third shelf, all German. Dortmunder Union, Spaten Oktoberfest. You reach for your notebook. Take out your pen. Tukebrau, it was. You write it down. Then Warnsteiner, and one from the Czech Republic, Gambrinus. You look up from your list and hear it coming. From where you are, you cannot see the green lights starting to flicker in the tunnel. But you know that they are doing just that. That's the end of that one.